Where do things stand with Kawhi's health right now and going forward?
Yeah, look, if we had a game today, Kawhi would not be able to play. He'd be out. We're still dealing with the inflammation. As I said the prior 2 times, the encouraging thing is this seems big picture minor in nature in that it's not a structural thing. I think the reality is that we're going to continue to try to learn and how to manage his right knee. He's had 2 surgeries on his knee, but he's shown that he can be durable. The unfortunate, just call it unlucky, is here's a guy who played 68 games during that stretch where we went 26-5. He showed that he's that guy still. He's one of the top players in his league. He's a great player. He's a ceiling raiser. And as you guys know, the reason why great players are so hard to get in this league, they have an overweighted ability to impact the game. That's what makes them great. That's Kawhi. It was just unlucky that he got hurt at this time. So we'll continue to learn in terms of different ways we can do it. We still want to honor and respect the regular season, but also we want to try to increase our odds, not just for Kawhi, but for all our players to be at their best in April, May, and June. I mean, our jobs are to get 16 wins. We got 2. We have a long ways to go. But we also know that as much as we fell short, we do have great hope that things can turn the other way, because we had evidence of it. But we need to get better. We're not just going to rely on a 2.5-month run as enough evidence. Like, we know we have to get the team better.
With respect to how good Kawhi is when he's healthy, it's 4 straight years though that he hasn't been able to finish for the season healthy. At what point is it maybe not just luck, it's just something that beyond that? Yeah,
I don't say like luck, unluck. I think you just have to deal kind of with the specifics, right? So he tore his ACL. All right, well that's a year. Typically it takes guys 18 months to get back and 2 years to be at the high level. Then he tore his meniscus. Same knee. So there's other players who also have injuries and multiple surgeries, and it's just trying to figure out, okay, how can we manage it? I don't think any of us are naive or try to hide in what's not reality. Is that the reality is he's had 2 surgeries on his knee and he has inflammation now. Okay, well, other players deal with that too. They're still high-level, productive players. We have an unbelievable medical group, and I think we'll do our best to figure out kind of what's that right mix. Because let's be real, last year, he was kind of put on blast of like as the poster child for player participation, him and Paul. Well, as we said, and as he's always said, when I'm healthy, I play. Well, he did. He played, and until he was hurt. So, organization, we have to look, okay, how can we manage this the best to increase our odds and probability? And look, there are no guarantees. Like, I can't promise you something that we can't deliver. And just like, in Milwaukee, Giannis and Dame were hurt. In Miami, Jimmy was hurt. In New Orleans, Zion was hurt. Like, it's part of the game. And we're not going to make any excuses for it. We're not going to play the victim. Like, it is what it is. But I do empathize, and I do feel the frustration and the disappointment and the anger. Like, guess what? We all feel it. Like, without a doubt, because we invest so much. And even for you guys who follow us every day, like, look, it means something. I know you have to be objective and you have to report on what the team is, but I think innately you'd love to be able to follow a team that is able to do something special, and I know our fans do. So again, I get the skepticism, and I'm not here to sell, overpromise something that we can't deliver or sell hype. I'm more dealing with what our reality is, and I think sometimes when things repeatedly happen, it's like, are you not seeing it? And what I'm saying is, no, we see it, but I also see the other side of it too. And just because guys dealt with injuries or they're in their mid-30s, like sometimes there's some fans I talk to like, oh, like things just fall off a cliff. Like, there's not a lot of evidence of that. Like our guys played at like Paul and Kawhi, James, like they played at a pretty high level this year. Like, I fully expect them to be able for the next couple years to maintain a high level. And look, we watch all the games. I see the young stars that are rising, and we're not in denial about it, but I still think this group, we're going to ask them to be better too. You don't stop being better, and to be able to do our jobs and continue to look to surround them with with the best complementary players that give us the best chance to win.
Let's get ready for HoopJab.